The restaurant was almost empty that night. Soft jazz floated through the air, and the flickering candles on the tables made everything feel both romantic and lonely at the same time. Emily sat there, her hands nervously wrapped around a glass of water. She'd been waiting for over an hour. The waiter had come by 3 times already, offering polite smiles that felt more like pity. Her blind date, someone her friend Sarah swore was perfect for her, hadn't shown up. She told herself she didn't care. But when she checked her phone again and saw no new messages, a wave of sadness washed over her. Maybe she wasn't meant for this. Maybe kindness and hope were just wasted on her. Before we dive deeper into this story, take a second to subscribe to Kindness Action, where we share true and inspiring stories that remind us of the good still left in the world. If you enjoy heartfelt stories like this one, hit like, drop a comment, and share it with someone who could use a little warmth today. Emily sighed and reached for her purse. She was ready to leave when the restaurant door opened. Cold air rushed in, and 2 little girls, maybe 6 or 7, walked in holding hands. They looked almost identical. Both had messy blonde pigtails, pink sweaters, and little backpacks. Everyone turned to look at them. It was unusual to see children come into a quiet, fancy restaurant alone. One of them clutched a small teddy bear, and the other held a folded napkin in her hand. They scanned the room carefully until their eyes landed on Emily. Then, to everyone's surprise, they walked straight toward her table. The smaller one spoke first, her voice soft but clear. "Are you Miss Emily?" Emily blinked. Yes." The girl smiled. "Daddy's sorry he's late. He told us to tell you he's parking the car." Emily's mouth fell open. "Wait, what? Your daddy?" Before she could ask another question, the little girl placed the teddy bear on the table. "He said to give you this. It's for waiting." Emily looked at the bear, a fluffy brown one with a tiny red bow. It looked brand new. Her heart melted a little. She didn't know what was happening, but something about these girls made her want to smile again. She leaned down and said gently, "Thank you, sweethearts. You didn't have to do that." The twins looked at each other, then back at her. "Daddy says people who wait kindly deserve something nice." A few minutes later, a man walked in. He looked slightly out of breath, holding his jacket over one arm. His eyes searched the room until he spotted Emily and the 2 girls. He hurried over, his expression both nervous and apologetic. "Emily? Oh wow, you must be Emily. I am so sorry." She smiled faintly. "I take it you're the mystery blind date?" He nodded, embarrassed. "Yes, guilty as charged. I'm Mark." The girls giggled and ran to hug his legs. "Daddy, we told her you're sorry," one said proudly. Mark crouched down and whispered something to them. They grinned, nodded, and skipped off to a booth nearby, where a kind waitress brought them crayons and a coloring sheet. He turned back to Emily, his voice soft. "I know this isn't how blind dates are supposed to go. My babysitter canceled last minute, and I didn't want to stand you up. The twins insisted they could wait in the car for just a minute while I ran in to explain, but then they just marched right in on their own." Emily laughed for the first time that evening. "They're brave. And sweet." Mark smiled. "They get that from their mom. She passed away 3 years ago." The light-hearted air shifted. Emily's heart sank, but she saw no bitterness in his eyes, just warmth and quiet strength. He went on, "Since then, it's been just the 3 of us. Every time I mess up, they help me fix it with kindness. I think they believe that kindness is some kind of superpower." Emily looked toward the twins, now happily drawing hearts on their paper placemats. "Maybe they're right," she said softly. As the night went on, something unexpected happened. The awkwardness disappeared. They talked for hours, about parenting, loss, hope, and what it means to start over. Mark told her about how he'd taught his girls to find something kind to do every day. It doesn't have to be big, he said. Just holding a door, saying thank you, or helping a neighbor with groceries. Kindness adds up. Emily shared how she'd been through a rough breakup a year ago and had almost given up on people. But those two little girls just reminded me that there's still good in the world, she said with a soft laugh. Mark smiled. They do that to everyone. When dinner ended, Emily insisted on walking them to their car. The twins ran ahead, still giggling. One of them turned back and yelled, "Daddy, can Miss Emily come to our park day tomorrow?" Mark looked surprised, then hopeful. "Only if she wants to." Emily hesitated for a moment, but then smiled. "I'd love to." The next morning, she met them at the park. The twins introduced her to their favorite swings, their secret fairy tree, and their puppy named Waffles. The day was filled with laughter, sunlight, and something Emily hadn't felt in a long time, belonging. As the twins played, Mark and Emily sat on a bench. "You know," Mark said quietly, "I was scared to go on this date. I didn't think anyone would want to deal with a single dad and his chaos." Emily smiled. "Chaos with kindness isn't scary. It's beautiful." He looked at her, grateful.